people are witches and don't notice it. A witch utilizes the power of elements, earth, air, fire, and water, things that you can feel, things that you can see, to make change happen in their life, to bring that forth to them through ritual, through ceremony. So you speak happy birthday, right? And what do? You have the candles. The candle, just like we have candles, right? So the candle is the element of fire. We're using the element of air to blow it out. And then we make a wish, which is your chant. Even if it's in your mind, it is your chant to have a change happen in your life to bring you forth something that you want. It is basic witchcraft. So if it's your birthday and you're blowing out a candle and making a wish, babe, witchcraft, you're a witch, and welcome to the coven.
Unfiltered.
My peeps, gather. Put your ear, because I've seen more, guys, and we need to talk about it. Something just ain't right with my spirit. When I look at all of this, I might be wrong. It could be, and I pray I am. Because I really want to believe that our sis is going through and she really needs our help, instead of this being one big stunt. But the more I dig into this, the more I'm like, But then again, I do know that if you go looking for something, you're going to find it. You will always, because your mind is set on, research, finding out something. So listen, I am not above approach. If I am going too far, let me know in the comments. But two things can be true at the same time. You can pray for someone and you can get someone together. That could absolutely be the case. I never once mocked. That's one thing I saw too. You mock her. Why you mock? What? I never mocked her. I just call it out like I see it. She even said it. She knows a lot of channels will react on this.
I knew that everybody was going to make videos about it. And I really, I'm okay with that. I already expected it,
And she said, I'm not going to keep it as private. I don't know if you remember.
I'm not going to keep it private. Okay, I'm going to keep it private.
This is what she said. It's not my words. It is hers. We are a commentary channel. We are going to comment on this. So grab your drinks, grab a snack, get comfortable. If you're at your job, put your earphones in, because this is going to be a long one. Y'all ready to go down the rabbit hole with me? Let's get into it.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often.
Now, guys, I thought it would be a good idea to start from the very beginning. There is more to unpack. We need the full picture. We need a clear picture, and we need the full picture here. I thought, what better way than let Monique tell us how they met? Let's watch.
Henry.
And I am Monic.
If you don't know that, she is my wife.
And that's my husband.
And we're going to share a beautiful, great video on how we met. But it's going to be mainly my wife's side of the story.
Yes. Yes.
Hit it, baby.
If you want more about our story, let us know.
Yes.
But this is going to be my side. And
yes.
First, before starting off, if you haven't watched us before, my husband is from Nigeria.
Yes. Igbo, straight Igbo.
Yeah, he's Igbo. And I am Monique. I am from America. And we've been married for 9 years.
Yes.
We have 2 different cultures.
Yes.
So that make us an interracial couple.
Yeah.
And
Now, for context, guys, so she said we have been married for 9 years. Now, this is about 5 years ago. So, because now they're married around 14 years. So, just for the people that just tuned in, go and watch my previous video. You have to. To get the full gist, go and watch that video too. But let's move on.
it's just been a blessing.
Yeah.
On our behalf, we have a blessed marriage. We don't know what everybody else is going through.
Yeah.
But as far as us, we have a blessed marriage, and I thank God for it. One thing I can say, I thank God for my husband. My husband has been a true blessing to all of us. And what I mean by all of us is that when I first met him, I was a single mother of 5 children. 5 children. And he didn't have to accept that. But he did. and he rescued me out of depression as well. So starting off, I was in a relationship where he ended up leaving me with 5 kids. So I ended up having to stay with my parents. And I didn't want to stay with my parents because I didn't want to put a burden on them. But I was depressed about that. I was depressed about, you know, a marriage that, you know, didn't last long, right? So nobody wants that in their life. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I was very depressed, and my mind was made up that I wasn't going to remarry again nor be in another relationship. My mind was like, you know what? My focus is on, let me be the best mother that I can. I never showed our children that I was depressed, but I definitely, went to work every day and, tried to do what I could to make it.
So pause. So what I see here, guys, is that she said she was very depressed. That man left her with 5 kids. Now, she was depressed, but she wanted to be the best mother she can be. But can you already see, guys, that how that can taint your decision making, your brain? I'm going somewhere with this, but she just said he rescued her out of depression. Now, guys, when I hear this, my spidey sense just go tingling because I'm like, he rescued you out of depression. Okay, it could be that you meet someone and then suddenly you feel a passion for life again because that person pulls you out. Now, preferably, I would have loved her to say that was God, but here is where I already am like, sis, you are very vulnerable, sis.
I am from a small town, and I went to beauty college, and there was no African people in beauty college. So that's all I did. I went to school, came back home, took care of the kids. I really didn't have a life, right? So I didn't know much about Africans. But when I moved to Dallas, Texas, I was in a big city, and I ended up working, at this place, and there was a lot of Africans that worked there. And at the time, my mother and father, were doing at-home ministry, right? So I felt like God had blessed me because, like, every time I worked at this job, I just kept getting good raises compared to everybody at my job. The favor of God was on me. And they also took me into a manager position where I was making a little bit more money. And so my parents didn't make me pay they made me pay the water bill, and I had to make sure I, help with food, right? So at the time I was like, I need to give back to somebody. I need to give back. And I grew a concern for Africa for some reason. I prayed a lot, and the Lord put it in my heart that you need to help a family from Africa, right? It was a desire in me to help a family in Africa. But I said, I didn't want to get scammed. I did work with a lot of money. And when you work a lot of money in your company, you do a lot of research. They make you do research because you have to have the knowledge of, is this person trying to scam you? Is this person trying to scam you, or, money laundering and all that other stuff. So I learned a lot of knowledge through doing a lot of tests at my job, right? I said, well, Lord, he'll work it out for me, right? So I just want to give back. I wanted to give my tithes and offering to a family that was in need, right? So anyways, weeks later, it was so funny. I never had no African person ever inbox me in Facebook in my life. I knew for sure when he inboxed me that he was straight up African because his name. Yes. So his name was full on African, okay? I couldn't even pronounce it. And I was scared I was going to destroy it. Because, us African Americans, we have the Johnson, the Roberts, the Mitchells, that, right? So I knew for sure he was African. And I don't know what you first said in the inbox, but, he was very polite. And he was like, hello. And I was like, oh my God, the Lord answered my prayers. And, I didn't trust him full on, but I didn't care. I just wanted to help him. I think when he wrote, I just automatically was like, hi, how are you doing? How's your family doing? Do y'all need help? I'm so stupid. Because the thing is, I didn't want him to I didn't want him to fake like he loved me or try to come into a relationship with me. I just wanted to just help a family, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, how are you doing?
Pause. So you wanted to help a family. So you wrote on Facebook, who needs help? Now, I am very surprised that only one came forth, him and his mom. But guys, I want you, because you know your girl. I'm just not showing you things to show things. It will all connect. I want you to pay attention to this part. Because I'm going to connect it to something that has been on my mind. So she put a message out on Facebook. Here he comes.
Doing and stuff like that. And I don't know, for some reason we grew a relationship as friends. And, you know, I got more information on his mother. And because I don't know why, it's for me, you know, I think he had told me that his father died, his mother's still living, you know, he had told me how old he was and all that. And so I was like, oh my God, your mother went through all of that. So my mother-in-law had 6 kids. So, you know, me, I got 5 kids. I didn't have a husband to take care of me. I wasn't even getting child support, y'all. But I was thinking about her situation. I'm like, oh my goodness, this lady has been struggling all her life.
Trauma bonding. So this lady has been struggling. Now you were not struggling because you were like, you know, I have all these kids, but I am doing fairly well when it comes to money and everything. But you are bonding on the 5 kids. My man left me. So you are a single mom too. Now you have the single mom. She raised all these kids. You have all these kids. Woo, connect. You already thinking like, this is God. But Monique, you have to really stay realistic. It could very well be God that put this all together because you swear this was ordained by God. So I'm going to go with it. But I need you to, a little bit, you have to stay realistic. If you send a message out on Facebook and you ask, who needs some money? Girl, let me tell you, you honestly think that no one would message you or this is ordained by God just because someone messaged you and you told them, do you need help? The ordained part isn't here for me yet, but put it in the comments if you feel like, yes, Deb, this is heaven sent. Put it in, but for me, I'm not sold yet. I'm definitely not sold yet.
I'm like, she's like a me. Like, I felt like she was me, you know? Yeah. And then on top of what the African guy was telling me is like, they go through a lot down there with, it's hard to find jobs. And I'm just like, wow, at least I have an opportunity to work and get on, you know, financial assistance through the government, our food stamps through the government here. In Africa, they don't have that. Yeah. So I was like, wow, this is God. Like, I didn't care nothing, to be honest with you, I didn't care nothing about his situation. I cared about his mother. I cared about his mother. That's it. And I was like, I just want to make her happy. You know, I just want to make she like, I'm trying not to cry now. Like, I just want to make her happy. I want her to know that God loves her. No matter what, you know, she's been through, this is a rescue mission to help her, you know. Yeah. And so, how many times did I remind you that this is not for you? This is for your mom.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
It's still clicking in my head till today. I think some days ago I was telling somebody my wife accepted me because of my mother.
That's
my wife came in my life because of my mother.
Yeah.
Maybe 2-3 days ago I said that I was telling somebody on the phone.
Y'all, I made sure, because as a woman, I would not advise any woman to give a man money. You know, if you do, that's your business. But for me, I don't think, like, I just think I wouldn't advise, you know, our daughters to like give a man money. He can go get a job. In my opinion, that's how Americans think. I sent him the one payment, and you know, I think I had told him like I'm gonna constantly do it, or I said I'm gonna just do it one time. I don't know. I think I kind of messed with his mind a little bit, but my intentions was to like, you know, pay tithes and offering towards his mother. And his mother was doing ministry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was so perfect for me, and I was just so happy. And honestly, it made me go to work proud of myself, like I did something for the Lord, you know. So I just felt like it was a mission from God. No other African wrote me in the inbox, so I just felt like it was predestined by God.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. You put a message out on Facebook, basically asking people who need some money. Am I the only one that feels like ordained? You just basically put your wallet on Facebook. Well, maybe it's me.
I think you told me you were interested in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So then I was like, okay. I was a little hesitant. So what happened was I went through his Facebook. I think I didn't even accept your friendship.
No, you didn't. I think you delayed for some days. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
delayed.
I remember the day I sent it. Then it took about 5 to something days
Yeah.
before you accepted it.
I didn't even really know how he looked. I just seen his profile picture, but I really didn't pay attention to it, you know.
I don't believe it.
So before, you know, when he started saying that he was interested in me as for a relationship, I was like, I went through his Facebook all the way from when he opened it. I scanned that thing. I scanned it. I did. And I don't know what year you opened up Facebook, but I went all the way to the end. I looked at his statuses. I looked at his comment sections, see if it was any females. And one thing that I loved is that he said, I can't wait to get married because when I get married, I'm going to treat her like a queen. And I was like, oh my God. Right. So.
Oh my God. Indeed. Now, it's very disappointing to me, Monique, because I would have liked you to tell us that you scanned his profile way before you start opening your wallet. But, oh God, that's neither here nor there. Now you start scanning. After you get 1, 2, 3 offerings already. Now you scan. But what were you expecting to see on that profile, child? What were you expecting to see? All these women and with the tits out and this and this and that. This man told you, I like you, I want to have a relationship. Do you think he would leave one status up on that Facebook thing that shows that he is either, 1, has some scamming ways, 2, has some hoish ways, 3, has some crazy ways? Of course not. He is taking it off. If that was the case, Henry could very well be a very beautiful human being. And it could be. But if he would have some ill intent, do you think that once he told you he wants a relationship with you, that he would leave it up on that Facebook? Now he put us, oh God. Now I don't know when he put the status in, when I'm going to get married, I'm going to treat her like. But it could very well be that by the second time you put that offering, he put that status there. Because that's part of the whole program. Let me put this there, then when she checks, then we could see. Are you that gullible, Monique? But you said you were a little bit depressed and things, and you said you didn't pay him any mind. I don't believe. The moment he said, hello, I need the money. I know you clicked on that profile picture and don't come step to me. Now maybe you didn't do the research. That I can tell. But you did look at his picture. You were hesitant. What hesitant what? I don't believe. But you are saying ordained and destined by God. That someone comes forth that wants somebody. Listen. And now this Facebook is a confirmation for you. Oh God, he is so. Hey, let's continue. This?
Statuses that he wrote on Facebook were always like biblical and scriptures and stuff like that. And so I was like, wow, that's a plus, you know?
Yes.
But as a mother of 5, I had to be protective over my own kids. So before I put my heart into him, I did my research, right? I did Google of, you know, like in a relationship, Nigerian men, scammers. What's the signs of a scammer? What will they do, to...
You just told us for 40 days and 40 nights, just now, that you worked in a company and you are trained on doing your... This is why I have a problem with you, Monique. You talk, but then you forget what you said and you talk and you do things. Listen, you said you worked at the company. You were trained there to research things and scammers, and you work with a lot of money. Didn't she just say this, guys? Is it me? And you are trained, and that's why you were very vigilant and very, focused on, is he a scammer? Now you're telling us that after the fact, now you started researching. This, Monique, you are discombobulated.
Convince you to be in a relationship with you and all that other stuff. I did my research. I never told him. And I wanted to see the signs of how they work, And not only that, I had a lot of people in my head too. Because another African woman from another country, not Nigeria, she was dating a Nigerian man. And for some reason, she was so upset with him. And she's like, yeah, they ain't no good. Nigerian men ain't no good. And so she was in my head too, because it made me ask her, because we end up being, she was a customer. So we ended up being friends because she was from Ghana. She was from Ghana. So I was like, maybe this is my opportunity to get some knowledge of African men. And she was like, where he from? I was like, he's from Nigeria. And she said, my boyfriend's from Nigeria, but he ain't no good, girl. He ain't no good. Leave him alone. So I had a lot of stuff going on in my head, and I was like, man, his qualities is not bad though. Like, cause we end up, I'll tell you about the phone call later. His qualities was not bad. Like, he didn't give me the vibe of being a scammer. Because as we grew closer and closer, he got money and called me, and you could tell he had that much money because the phone call was like a second, and I was just so happy that he just had the audacity to call me and gain up the money to call me, and he wasn't embarrassed that his English was horrible. I mean, horrible, y'all. I don't even understand how we made it.
Yeah, I think at the point I was like, okay, I wrote you. I said, when we're speaking, we just slow, talk slow.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
I was talking too fast for him.
So, Monique, so you said I couldn't believe that he had the audacity to call me. And, he wasn't embarrassed because he couldn't speak English. You don't know that once they see a target, maybe you have to watch some of my videos, 90 days or whatever. But once they see their target, they don't care if they have to talk with their knees, foot, and nose. They do this. They don't care if they have to send a pigeon with a letter around its neck to give you a message. They will find a way. You never watch this. Huh? But listen, it all ties in. Because you said you had no life. This is your words, not mine. So don't come for me in the comments again. Why you said she had no life? Why you're so cold? She said she had no life. She was from a small town. Her words, not mine. Never really saw anything. So you could just tell her whatever. He noticed that really early on. Trust and believe. He helped her back through Christ, pulled her out of depression. We can't say anything bad about that. And the man stayed for already 14 years. This might be the real deal. It might be. It's just that maybe he's tired now. So I went to dig it. Because when you think Debs is like, okay, I heard enough. Absolutely not. No, I need more. So what we are going to look at is a video that they made, I think, in 2023. And then it was their 11th anniversary. And they did a little trip down memory lane to rekindle and to think about, all that they've been through and how they met and whatever. And all right.
Everything can't be perfect in a relationship, especially when you're trying to, work it out. So I was like, you know what? I'm tripping. Past relationships can definitely mess you up, and I was just trying to protect myself from a lot. He really went through a lot. And sometimes I would just argue with him just to test him. I don't think nothing is wrong with that. I'm sorry. sorry. Sometimes you need to do that. You need to kind of pick on him a little bit, argue with him a little bit, you know, just see if he's able to see his reaction of how he's going to act. Do he have a little anger spirit? Because last relationships I had went through, he was very abusive, you know, and he's in jail now. You know, he was very abusive and he beat me. And I just want to see his reaction to arguments. And man, he was so calm.
So your last relationship was abusive and he beat you. So now this man comes, love bombs you to the ground, calls your kids, his kids, tells you you don't have to work a day in your life. He treats you with respect. Very nice, Henry, very nice. If you came from a man that beat you, left you just there with the kids or whatever, you just need a 1-2 to be like, I'm in heaven. Because you're not used to a lot, Monique. He's in jail. Hey, guys. So it does not take a lot to sweep you off your feet.
We got married in Nigeria. A lot of people don't know that. We got married in Nigeria. And then 10 years later, we did an American wedding. And yes, I wanted my American wedding because my American family was not with me in Nigeria. I went there by myself.
Yes.
And people was talking me out of that too. Nigeria is dangerous. You're doing it by yourself. It's like, you know what though? Nigeria is not dangerous. I'm just saying that's what people were saying. So I know what some people were saying. Like, you know, just be careful. It's not good to go out of the country by yourself as a single woman. So I get it. But y'all, I just prayed. I believe in the power of prayer. I said, Lord, protect me. I'm finna go get my husband.
And she did.
And I did. We've been married for 11 years.
11 good years.
We met in January 1st, 2011.
God.
I thought it was the first.
I sent you, it's still in my head. I sent you a friend request.
Okay.
Babe, listen.
Okay.
I sent you a friend request on 27th of December 2010.
Wow. I didn't know that.
You responded on the 3rd of January 2011.
All right, guys. So that was a very important part for me. So you heard Henry say, I sent her a friend request on the 27th of December. 27th of December 2010. And he said something about you accepted the friend request on the 3rd of January something 2011. So that's like 5 days later or something. I said, okay, 2010. So what was Henry up to in 2010? Now, the reason why your big sis here is saying this is because, guys, I'm going to let him tell y'all what he was up to in 2010, right before he met Monique. Watch this.
Or family member. All right, so this happened in the year 2010. It happened in the year 2010. I was still in Lagos, Nigeria, my country. So when with my business, I was into business. I was traveling to China, buying ladies' shoes. You know, I was doing great in my business. So at the time, my business started going down because of family. You know, family expenses. I was, you know, a lot of things was in my shoulder. So I was taking care of mostly the whole family. So, you know, it makes my business to crumble so bad. Then I have a visa, Chinese visa, that you know was close to expiring. But I think that time I have like maybe 6 months in it or 7 months in it. So business was so bad. I couldn't even have raised like $1,000 anymore, you know, to be able to start up a business again. So the idea that came in my mind was just do anything that I can see, you know, that others are doing, just to, you know, get back on my feet. You know, I realized that one of our friends, he do business too. He does that. So, you know, he's into when drug dealers need somebody that will carry or, you know, help them out. You know, it's just a business to take the drug to China. This is how much that they're gonna pay. You know, so this my friend, you know, was into this. He had, at least I witnessed him doing it like 2 times. So he knows them. Then I realized when my business went down and I was so frustrated, I was going to church and church, I was praying, hoping that God would do something. So, to my own understanding, I was like, well, God will still be with me if I do this. So I have to, get in contact with my friends.
So get in contact with his friends. Pause. Now, I commend you, Henry, for giving this testimony and being very honest with us. And I commend you for this because, I'm going to use this to make the things connect. 2010, business was going down. China, your business, shoe business or whatever you were doing, the business going down. So now the business was going down. You couldn't raise any money. You couldn't help your family anymore. And here you were, a praying drug dealer. So now you were like, listen, I got this friend. He's a drug dealer. And I'm going to carry some drugs all the way up to the people of China. But the testimony is coming. But that was your plan. Now, this all transpired in 2010. Now, we don't exactly know when in 2010. And didn't he just say that he sent Monic a text right before the year ended, 27th of December 2010. Down and out he was. Let's continue.
And see what I can do. So as I was speaking with you, I couldn't pay for my shop rent anymore because I couldn't pay for shop rent. I couldn't pay for my house rent. So I lost two of these. I lost my house, I lost my shop.
Lost his house, lost his shop, lost his rent. Here Monique comes. Who needs money? On Facebook. Who needs? Hey, guys, listen. I sat there because I was rummaging through all these videos. Guys, I be working for y'all. And I was like, So I could imagine if you were Henry, you lost your shop. Now you thinking about becoming a drug dealer. Oh, you're in too deep. And then all of a sudden you see, wait.
I was sleeping with somebody in his house. So
Homeless.
That was the only thing I have. I was in somebody's house. So my mind, everything began to think about this drug thing. Hey, you can just do it one time and get back on your feet, So I hit this guy up. Hey, what's up? My visa, I still have 6 months or 7 months in it. Please, I need help. How can we do this so I can, take this drug to China? He was like, yeah, the consequences, when they find you, when anything happen, you can go to prison 75 years or more than that, or, whatever that comes out. I said, man, my situation right now, my condition right now, I don't care. I'm ready to do anything, just to get back on my feet, because it's like a mockery in Nigeria. When you are doing great, you are out here, doing great. Before you know it, you get back down. It's like a mockery, and people are gonna make fun of you. Like, you don't want to see that. You just want to stay on top. So that was what I had in my mind to do. Then he said, okay, I'm gonna take you to those guys. That's good that you still have your visa. So I was so happy. Then we have an appointment to go and see those guys that are deal with drugs. They give you those drugs to take outside the country. So I met with them. We had a little meeting. So they were like, wow, very interesting. They're so happy that this is going to work out, and they're going to make some money, because that's money for them. So I was so happy about it. I was so ready. So I called them on the phone. They're like, yeah, just give us some days. We trying to gather some things up. So I kept on calling, because I need this more than them. They don't get it. I need this more than them. So I was like calling my friend, hey, what's going on? Like, let me do this. I'm ready. Knowing the consequences, knowing what I might not come back to Nigeria again, knowing that China kills when they see you with drugs. I know all those things, but
Desperation. Desperation, guys. Pure desperation. So he was willing to bet it all. I am being a drug mule. I'm going to this China and I'm going to send the drugs and I'll see.
because that was my last chance. That was my last opportunity to come back on my feet again. So, before you know it, 3 months remains in my visa. I kept on calling and calling. Before you know it, 2 months remain, 1 month remain. So they promised me that it must be in this time. Like everything is gonna be ready. So before you know it, my visa expires. My visa expired. I cried. I cried so much. I couldn't bear it. It was so frustrating. It was so crazy that my last hope has to just go like that. Then a week later, they started calling me. They started calling me, hey, the drugs are ready. When are you gonna be ready to take them to China? We got this, like hurry up, like let's do this. I'm like, bro, my visa has expired. But they still don't believe that. My friend called me, hey, la, la, la. I said, man, my visa has expired. And that was my last hope. That was everything that was everything. Because it's not easy for somebody to help you out. And the level of my business, I need a bigger money to get back on my feet. So I couldn't get that bigger money. So, I believe that that was my last chance. That was my last opportunity in life to come back on my feet. That was what I was thinking. So not knowing that that was not the last plan for God. Because I was crying so much, frustrated so much that I couldn't allow God to come in. But mind you, I was into prayers, I was into fasting, I was doing a lot of things to stay close to God. Because in 2010, that was when I was very close to God, when my business was going down. I had to, like 2010 was the year I went through a lot of things in my business, and it made me come close to God. So after the whole expiring of my visa, I have nothing anymore to do. I said to God, well, if you can save me from this, I know that was my last opportunity, but not what God was thinking. I was thinking that was my last thing to do to make it in life, but it wasn't what God was thinking. God has something bigger and better for me.
Yes, God has something bigger and better for you. Monique was on her way. Now, the bigger and better is Monique. So now Monique came to the scene. Who needs some money on Facebook? He was like, God, listen. So I didn't even have to smuggle the drugs. I really wanted to do the drugs because I wanted that big money. But now all I have to do, this is my mind, guys. This is my mind. So all I have to do is pamper, romanticize, and do. And this is what I can get for free. Now listen, Henry. Listen to your girl. Listen. I'm going to look you straight into the eye because you have been very quiet lately. Also very peculiar because we don't hear you. You just sit up in that truck. I don't trust this thing at all. But listen, Monique came to the scene, and I think along the way, you fell in love with her. I really think so because 14 years ain't nothing to play with. Not a lot of people can say that they were married for 14 years. So I have to put some respect on that union part. 14 years. But the way it started out, I'm just not. And the way it ended, it's also not. But it didn't end. You know what I think, Henry? I think you're in that house still.
Praise Master Jesus.
I do think she sent you away. You went to a little Airbnb, but I don't believe this one bit. Because Monique, now I'm looking at you. Because weren't you the one that told us that your husband locked you out in each and every one of your accounts?
I don't even know if this account is going to be deleted. I don't know if the Facebook account is going to be deleted because he made all the money and he have all the accounts in his name, everybody. All the accounts, YouTube, Facebook, all the accounts is in his name. Okay? I'm just letting you know, I don't know how long I'm going to be on this YouTube. So I did try to lock him out of Facebook, but it was just impossible. You know what I'm saying? It was just impossible. So I tried to even lock him off of this YouTube, and it's probably going to be impossible for me to lock him off this YouTube or whatever. So the thing is like I put in the community feed my new YouTube channel. If you would like to follow me there.
You couldn't get in it. Your words, not mine. And then I saw live with your son, and you said this.
I have this YouTube channel right now. I know y'all like, why are you still on the channel? Because I got it. I got it. And that's all I got to say. They've been wondering. I got it, honey. I got it. Now, I don't got the Facebook one. I don't got the Facebook one. But I have the YouTube one. So, you know, I ain't stupid now.
You're not stupid. So what is it, Monique? You told us 40 times that you don't have this account. He closed you out of that Facebook one. Now he told you that you can still post on that YouTube one. He's not going to take you off, but you weren't sure. So you gave us the backup one. But you were like, I don't get any funds. I don't get this. Now your daughter comes on the scene.
I made a GoFundMe for my mom just because y'all having problems with the Cash App.
Yeah. Heaven, thank you for doing that for me. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Now listen, daughter, a little sidetrack to you. You are prophesying for the people, but at the same time, you said that witchcraft was on your mind?
Since I was 19, and I'm currently 23, there's witchcraft that is on my mind because my mom had a dream. I know what it is. My mom she had a dream about it that was witchcraft on my mind. And the witchcraft that's on my mind, it makes me feel like I'm out of body, and it tries to make me feel like I'm not here. And then it also gives me a lot of anxiety, specifically at nighttime, because I feel so out of body. I don't really feel like I'm here. Well, this is how I used to feel, because now I know I'm obviously here. But it tries to make me feel like I'm not here. Yes, it's witchcraft. Yes, it's witchcraft on my mind.
The kids are very peculiar, very... you have a little bit of weirdness. And your son too. Now, I'm not the one son that also was prophesying left and right and casting away Jezebel.
We're not commanding death and all of that or whatever.
We putting Jezebels to death.
Huh?
I said we putting Jezebels to death.
Not him. I'm talking about the other one.
Go ahead and share the dream.
So I had a dream that our family, me, mom, Raphael, and me, was outside. And we were just talking and stuff. And then our dad started to throw up. And then he put out a note out of his mouth. And it said, "Be not afraid of anything I created." And then we all looked up and we saw an angel coming down to deliver something.
That's it. Yes. Do y'all hear that?
Yeah, they see all these things. Angels coming down, witches come into the sea. This thing, what is happening in that house? But back to you, Monique. So what is it? Do you have the accounts or not? Listen, sis. If I see Henry sitting there in about 4 weeks, like nothing ever happened, and you want to be the ministry, now I can already hear the people. But why not? This could be a testimony, Deb, that he conquered, witchcraft. And hush. Listen, once you are into ministry, once you are a leader, now witchcraft got a hold on you. You went all in it. Witchcraft grabbed you. And now in the testimony, you want to lead me again. And you are so caught up with this witchcraft. There is no ministry. You cannot do this. What does the Bible say again? Wasn't it something like, resist Satan and he will flee? Why are you constantly thinking about these witchcraft things and whatever, instead of, keeping your eye on God, praying? And I know they are also praying on that. They are also but everything is dreams and witchcrafts and what. Does she ever get a good night of sleep?
When you are in ministry, you don't think that the enemy has plans to attack?
I think it is so heavy in that house. You can't have a normal dream. Because if you dream, it has to mean something. Look at it to the kids, what they're saying. Everything has to have a deeper meaning. This is how the kids grew up. It would drive me crazy, absolutely crazy. So you now have your accounts because you just told us you're not stupid. So you don't need the money. And now you have already raised $12,000. Did he stop paying the bills? What is going on? Now I'm sure I'm going to see him sitting on that couch of yours in a couple of weeks. And Monique, that is when my spider sense will shoot through the roof and miss me with but aren't you going to be happy, Deb, if he sits there on that couch? That means that God is the great. And what I also would like you to answer, and since all your kids are prophets, I would like them to answer, who is that daughter of his? Because this unfiltered fam here, we think that is the other wife. But that daughter that he was, you said it yourself.
And in Nigeria, he do have a daughter. Now, we don't know if that's his real daughter. You know what I'm saying? Because we haven't did a blood test or whatever. So I was also having issues with her because she was disrespecting me. And my husband, the way it was going was like he was giving her so much attention and was dismissing me. They would talk about me in their chat. And I was just like, they having conversations about me. And I was just like, I don't even know who this girl is. Like, I don't even know if this is our real daughter or not.
We think it is his wife. Please debunk Monique and tell us that that's not the case. But that debunks also his claim of not having kids. So since he already has a kid, I think the urgency is really there. Now, I know Nigerian men want son, my son. I know this. But at least he has one. Where does the kid come from all of a sudden? You give us bits and pieces. But they don't connect. Where did suddenly the daughter come from? Where is she now? He came up with a whole daughter and you just said there. They talking about you in the chat and he just has a daughter. I can't believe you just let it. You put him out the house when he told you he wants to have another wife. You didn't put him out the house. Suddenly he had a daughter. Okay. The daughter might have been there before you, but you didn't know this. She suddenly popped up. Your words, not ours. I don't know, Monique. You have to come up with something. Now, you don't have to. But I connected quite some dots, but there are some missing pieces still, sis.
Do you really think I'm stupid enough to put all my private business on social media? I ain't gave y'all everything. I gave y'all enough.
Then your daughter talk with this woman. This woman said that her sister was doing witchcraft on her. This is what your daughter said.
My sister hates me and does witchcraft on me. Wow. Ooh, I see your sister. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I see her in the room. Jealousy. She has a spirit of jealousy. That's why she's doing witchcraft on you. Jealousy. Yeah, she wants to destroy you and everything you have going on. When you get a job, she wants to take that away. When you get a car, she wants to take that away. Yeah, she's gained weight and mad at me. Talks about how skinny. Yeah, she wants everything you got. When you get a job, she wants to remove that. She said yes. She wants to take everything about you, girl. When I say everything, I mean finances. When you get a man, she wants to take that. She wants everything. She wants everything you have. She wants you to have nothing.
Now, daughter, I don't claim to be the smartest of the smartest, but I'm a little bit intelligent. When somebody tells you that there is witchcraft put on them by their sister, and now you're telling them they're jealous. 1 and 1 equals 2. Oh, of course, this is not rocket science, prophesying over other people. Stop this right now, please. Now, after the first live she did, where she said, listen, pray for my husband because he just left my ass.
When he left me or whatever, out of desperation, in hope and faith, I was thinking, yeah, he's going to come home or whatever and just ask for forgiveness and everything. But when I got the text message that Living Spaces Furniture Company delivered a couch or chair to a new apartment address, it's a mini home or whatever. I was like, okay, he is serious.
The next day, she came on live and she said, I need to clarify some things. I want to clarify some things. And I want to tell you who my husband really is.
But I come here to do more explanation about my husband. I want y'all to understand that me and my husband Our marriage is ordained by God. God put us together. My husband is way from Nigeria. I'm in America. It was ordained. I want y'all to know that just because my husband is Nigerian, it does not mean he used me for American citizenship. My husband been a citizen for maybe 10 years. Obviously, any Nigerian would love to live in America. We're not delusional, okay? My husband did not marry me just because of a green card and paperwork. My husband been been citizen for years, and we've been married in April the 23rd for 14 years. My husband loved me, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you some examples. When my husband and I go to sleep, my husband, he reaches his arm and he touched my shoulders while he is asleep. He touched my shoulders the whole time he sleep. He has to touch me. If he's not touching my shoulders, he'll touch my belly. And I've never experienced the love like this before. My husband is the bomb.com. Okay? My husband is next level of how to treat somebody with love. Before my husband go to work, he wakes me up to kiss me. My husband didn't even want me to work. He said, "You're not working. You're not working. You're going to stay home." He kissed me before he went to work. If he go to work at 12, he go to work at 2, he go to work at 3, he go to work at 5, he go to work at 6 a.m. He makes sure he kissed me.
Now, Monique, I don't know if it's me, but the things that you describe that your husband does, he holds you at night, he comes to the door and kisses you, he sleeps with you and holds you. It's very normal things to me. This is what I am always used to in my relationship. This is nothing. But then again, you come from an abusive relationship, because that might be it. So the fact that you find this, he comes and kisses me through the door, he comes and holds me, and he needs to hold my shoulder. These are very normal things that you describe as a husband and wife. Aside from the people that are in toxic relationship, then it's not so normal. But if you are in a normal relationship, guys, put it in the comments. Isn't this normal that your husband, when he comes home, he kisses you? When you lay in the bed at night, you hold each other. He compliments you. These are normal things that I am used to. And you see, this is why I'm concerned. Because after that last toxic relationship you had, you think this is everything. You already gave him the okay to come back home.
I believe, as the Lord has revealed to me, my husband just don't know what he's doing.
Even though he flat out told you I want another wife. If that is true, because it is possible that you kind of fabricated a little bit of this, Monique. And that he'll just be back, and now you have a greater testimony to put on YouTube because my husband went through witchcraft. And now we are going to see 52 episodes of you discussing how he went through witchcraft and how he overcame this whole witchcraft.
I do know that when my husband when he get delivered from all of this, I know that he's going to come back with the fire of the Holy Ghost inside of him. He's going to probably be so embarrassed as well because of all of this. But I know that he's going to be so mad about it, and he's going to come against the enemy so hard. And we're going to start doing conferences.
Do whole tutorials, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could see the series now on YouTube. This is how I did it, this. You have to do this. Now you're going to tell the people what to do. I can see it. If that is the stunt you're pulling, Monique, hey, guys, with Henry. Because he's awfully quiet, but... You know, I heard the people say, how can you be a Christian and you criticize them? How can you be a Christian and watch this? I mean, we're all in this together. We need some answers. And this could teach other people too. That don't step into something like this just head on. You don't do research. Tell people on Facebook who needs money. All these things. Guys, no. I need to wake people up. Don't step to me. When you watch the whole video, you are definitely part of our research group. This is a case study. Let's close out with some of Monique's thoughts.
I've never seen so many people that can believe a lie. It shocks me. It shocks me. And I'm going to say this real clear. If you think that I, Monique, is a liar. Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Let me go. And I'm saying that with all my heart. Unsubscribe.
You know, Monique, I am going to keep a close eye on you. Now, I didn't really talk about the fact that you are a mega girly, because that just blew my mind. But we'll save that for another day. Now, guys, let me know in the comments. Did your mind change? Do you still have the same opinion about Monique and Henry and still thinking, oh, she's going through it? Are you side-eyeing it a little bit now? Did it amplify? Let your girl know, guys. Thank you for spending your time with your girl. Thank you for sitting this out with me, because I think this is going to be a long one when I edit it, but we'll see. Click a like, click a subscribe for your girl. If you haven't joined our fam here, join us. Here is where we kiki. And leave in the comments what you would like me to give my commentary on. What would you like to see, guys? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, fam. Peace.